today in this module, we're going to go through when you're working within STATA, how do you keep track of what you're actually doing? And there's three primary ways to do that. The first is to make a log file and save your log file. The second is to print out your output. Typically, you would print out your log file. And the third is this concept of a do file where you store all of your commands. So let's go through each of those in detail now. Open up STATA on your computer, and the first thing we're going to do is learn how to actually construct a log file. To do this, you're going to use the File menu. You'll go File, Log, Begin. You want to give your log file a name. I'm going to call it Log Session. And it has the extension .scml. SMCL, pardon me. Okay, so now if we look in our results window, you see within the results window, it pops up saying log using file name. So I have a log open. Anything that I do in STATA now will be recorded. To give you an example, if I want to use STATA as a calculator, I can use the display command. So if I did display 3 plus 4, it tells me that the answer is 7. I can abbreviate display using DI, and I could type in DI 3 plus 8. Then it tells me that the answer is 11. Okay, in the background, I've been running this log file. So if I go File, Log, View, it's going to say, what log file do you want to view? I'm going to view the log session file that I just created. Hit OK. And you can see that what pops up is a totally different window in STATA that contains both of the commands that I just ran in STATA. It contains the exact output that appeared in the results window. Now close your log file. So by using log view, we viewed the log file. The log file's still running in the background. I could run some more commands, di 2 plus 2. I had an error there, so it gave me an error message. Now if I wanted to stop my file, I would go either log close or log suspend. There's a subtle difference between log close and log suspend. Log close will end your log file, and if you wanted, you would have to start a whole new log file to start recording new information. On the other hand, log suspend will just briefly suspend your log file. So if you're about to run some commands that you don't want in your log file, you could suspend your log file and go back and pick up later running your commands and recording this information in your log file. But I'm going to go ahead and close out my log file. So I'm going to go log close, and you see that in my results window, this log close command actually appears there. So now STATA is no longer recording any output that I type into the command line or any of the commands that I run through the drop-down menu. So that's the basics of using a log file in STATA. Just to illustrate for you, if we now go File, Log, View, we have to find our log file on our computer. I saved it as logsession.smcl. Double click on that. And again, I can view my log file in STATA. You now see that where I had this error message before, it even records your error messages within the log file. So that's very useful. Now, it may not be as useful to only be able to view this log file in STATA. Maybe you want to print the output of your log file or save it within a Word document, for instance. If you wanted to do that, you can do this within STATA. You can go Edit, select All. You can say Copy. And then you could open up a Word document and you could paste that output into a Word document so that you could save that Word document on your computer, or you could print it out. Additionally, you can directly print from the log file. Now, one of the disadvantages of printing from the log file is that you can't edit the log file within STATA. So that's one of the advantages to pasting into a Word document. You can edit, you can save only the commands that you want to keep, and you could print those out. But if you want to print straight from STATA, you can do that as well. And you would just go File, Print to print out your entire log file. So far we've learned how to make a log file, how to print the output from our log file. The next concept is the do file. So rather than trying to explain to you what a do file is in STATA, I'm going to show you an example. To get the do file window to pop up in STATA, you type the command do edit into the command line. And you see now I have this do file editor that appears on my computer. Once I'm within that do file editor, I can open up any do files that I've saved. I personally prepared this do file for you all in advance, lesson1.do. So what this is, what's contained in a do file, is essentially a sequence of commands that you want to run in an analysis. So if I've been hired as a statistician to analyze someone's data set and they say, please analyze my data in STATA and tell me exactly what you do. When they say tell me exactly what I do, what I would do for them is I would record every command from their analysis that I run within a do file. So this is extremely important for reproducibility of research, is to have all the commands that you've run saved together, nicely documented within a do file. So throughout this course, if you learn a command that you think will be useful, it might be worth keeping a do file open and documenting those commands so that you can go back and use them later. So that concludes our session on log files and do files. Thank you.